Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Wilmington Library, I'd like to welcome you to Fellas Night Out. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, Mr. Hudson will not be able to make it tonight. But we've got Larenz Tate. We've got Ben Vereen. And who else? Robert Townsend. So our moderator this evening will be Mr. Ryan Stewart, and he's got a podcast called Deep Conversations. He's a local. He's interviewed pop cultural icons, sports figures. So we thought he'd be the right man for the job. On your seat, there's a QR code for you to register for the Keke Palmer event next week and for the Al Roker event on the 25th of October. That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the event over to Mr. Ryan Stewart, and I hope that you have a great time tonight.
Thank you, Jamar. I appreciate y'all for coming out tonight. I know, y'all are here for the celebrities, but in my mind, I'm a celebrity too, so y'all can clap for me too. But if y'all are ready, we can get started. Right now, coming to the stage is a trailblazer. We know him as Duck, and the 5 Heartbeats. So I want y'all to give it up for Robert Townsend. And next, I want everybody to calm down a little bit, but next we got he played Frankie Lyman. We know he played Frankie Lyman. He played Darius in the Love Jones. He played my boy O-Dog. Why don't y'all give it up for Larenz Tate. And last but not least, we got a legend. I want y'all to stand on your feet for Mr. Ben Vereen.
Hello.
Test 1.
Test 2. Okay.
So as we getting started, I want to start with Mr. Townsend.
Yes, sir.
Test. Can y'all hear us? Wilmington, Delaware, make some noise. Hey, this is a lively bunch. Where y'all from? Well, one at a time. No, I'm kidding. But it's East Coast, obviously. New York, Jersey, Philly, Delaware, all the way. Okay. Anybody from the South?
Alabama, baby.
Just
Where's Alabama?
Two people from the South. That's cool. But we're in here. We appreciate y'all. Wilmington, Delaware. This is official. We're here. Y'all got some legends up here. You got Robert Townsend and the honorable
Thank you.
Ben Vereen. Oh my gosh, this is an honor.
And Mr. Larenz Tate, come on, y'all. The work he's been doing on Power, Ghost, all of that, come on.
Hey,
Okay, got it. All right, didn't know how to hold on this thing.
yeah, you
New
good?
thing here, huh?
Yeah, we
Okay,
good.
got it.
All right,
Y'all ready?
we ready. They're ready. We're ready. Let's get to it.
I want to start with you, Robert Townsend. Now, you've done so much work. You got over 30 years in the business, and you've been described as a Hollywood trailblazer. So you being from Chicago, and you having no formal training, you went out there and you made a name for yourself.
Thank you.
What was the moment that you first realized that you belonged?
That's okay. Here's the thing. I learned many years ago about going the extra mile. And so, you know, I'm a boy from the west side of Chicago, K-Town, single mom, raising 4 kids on her own. And it was all about hustle, working hard. And I mean, to this day, that's what it's all about for me. It's just putting in that extra work and trying to create stuff that is special that people would want to watch again and again. So anytime I do it, I try.
Yeah, I really, once a year, I'm not going to lie to you, once a year I have to look at the 5 Heartbeats.
Thank you.
Mr. Vereen, you have you're not only a trailblazer, but you've been a staple in our culture. And we know
Thank you for receiving. Thank you.
Roots.
Thank you.
Roots was a monumental TV series, you know, and you played Chicken George. How did that role impact your understanding of African American history?
How did it affect the African American culture from my perspective? Up to that point, the reason why I wanted to do Roots, in school, there was one paragraph. It said, you were a slave and Lincoln freed you. Along comes a guy named Alex Haley. And I heard about this on Reader's Digest, that he'd written this book called Roots about his family coming from Africa and the crossing. I hadn't read the book, but I wanted to be a part of it. Because I knew the narrative had not been taught to us. It had been taught to our children. Hadn't been taught to me. My narrative. One was, you were a slave with Lincoln freed you, but we're much more than that. So the school system was keeping it. And here Alex Haley opened up a whole can of wonders for us to follow along the path and find out who we were and find our kings and queens, our doctors. Man, wow, our history is amazing. Amazing. And I'm honored to be a part of that legacy.
Larenz?
Hey, first off, I just got to say that just like many of you all are sitting here watching these true icons, I myself am awed by, you know, their presence as well. So if y'all see me and catch me staring at y'all, just know that I'm connected with y'all as well, because this is a really an honor for me to not only just to share the stage, but to be in the presence and to learn and to listen, because we are standing on your shoulders, right? So I just want to say it truly is an honor. And obviously my parents would be really, they are always proud, but like moments like this are so meaningful, and that's why I wanted to be a part of it. Once I heard who was doing this, I was like, sign me up, man. I would love just again to be in the room, to you know, get some information and soak up the knowledge and just you all's experience. And again, we're standing on y'all's shoulders, so know that people like myself are truly inspired by all the things that you all have done. So thank you. Thank you.
Now you're very, very humble, and you know but you're up here for a reason too, because you've done a lot of great work, a lot of great work.
Okay, thank you.
And we can't, and I'm not gonna let that slide. We have some, again, icons, but you also are an icon, so that's why you're here.
Wow. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
can I call you Darius right now?
Love Jones. Love Jones. Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Sure. Old Dog is cool too. We got some Menace to Society supporters. I love that.
I'm gonna start, but I want you to finish this.
Sure.
Say, baby.
Can I be your slave? I've got to admit, girl, you're the girl, and I'm digging you like a grave. That's a little something. Yes, yes, yes. I still got the little Darius thing going on.
I had to do that for all y'all out
Yes, indeed.
But your portrayal in Darius and Love Jones it's cemented a place in classic black cinema. So, what does it mean to you to have been a part of such an iconic love story?
It's a true honor because the people who support the movie, the Love Jones family, made the film a classic. Y'all made the movie what it is. You all put that in cinematic, history in a way that is one of those things that we can continue to tell our stories from our lens about love, about romance, and about just human dynamics, right? Because historically, the stories that have been told about us have been through other people's lenses. But when we have the place and the space to tell our stories, share our experiences, it really matters and it's impactful and it's important for us to do that. And a movie like Love Jones has been etched in, as I would call it, as a cinematic treasure for us because of you all. So thank you. Yes.
This is the question for all three of y'all. I want all three of y'all to answer. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Vereen. If you could go back in time and give some advice to your younger self, just starting out in Hollywood, what would you say?
Don't do it.
Oh, that's it. That's all. That's it.
But we wouldn't have the legend right here.
Yeah, going back, that kid had no idea what would happen to him. He was a child in the streets of Brooklyn, Herkimer Street, just running the streets and playing with other kids and stickball and carry on. And then this white guy comes along and says, "You." And next thing I know, my mother says, "Take him." And I go to Star Time Dance Studio. And I had no idea that that step was going to be the path that I was going to follow. That the divine has already prepared the way. All I had to do was say, "I'll go." You see? And what I would say to that child today is, I know the road has been rough, but you made the right choice.
Robert? Oh, go ahead, Larenz.
I would say to my younger self, looking at it in hindsight, I think just making sure that I was a little bit more intentional about having people in the industry who look like me represent us. But I also know that there was not a lot of people who look like us in the positions to do so. That's changing, and so I can't. It's continuously changing and evolving. But I would just say to myself, you were really protected. You should be grateful because you had a mother and father and two brothers who made sure that you did not get caught up in any of those Hollywood, pitfalls and those landmines that were there. So I, again, just let them know to be grateful that you had the family and the base that you did to keep you right and you had God in your life.
What would I say to my younger self? The only thing is that I would trust God even more. Sometimes it's a walk by faith. Like everybody in this room, it's a walk with God. And if you can trust that everything, like we grew up on the west side of Chicago, so sometimes, I call it like that spider senses when it goes across the street. Go that way. Don't answer the phone. And so sometimes just listening even deeper, because there were times that certain things were coming to me and I rejected them, and you take that path. But for me as an artist, I've always walked in my truth. And so I think, to my younger self, it would, like in this room right now, there are artists that are waiting to be born. There are people in this room with great ideas and great things, and it's just that one little thing that goes, go! And I think it's trusting that. Like a lot of my friends, ended up in jail. Some of them are dead. They didn't make it out. And then I go like, I was always, what is that song we used to sing in church? I was in the choir as a kid, and there was a song, Child of the King. Anybody know that song? My father's rich with houses and land. He holds the wealth of the world in the palm of his hand. I am so glad. Anyway, it's this old song. And when I was a little kid, I was like 7, and I was in the choir singing. My cousin Deborah played piano. My cousin Pat was the choir director. And when they sang those lyrics, I really believed. I believed I could do anything. And I think a lot of people don't apply God, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I would just tell myself to trust that, because sometimes everybody has things to say, but when people that haven't, climbed any altitudes talk about the altitude, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's something that you just said about, there's people here who are, they're artists, right? And piggybacking on that creativity. And the creativity in your artistry and your passion should never stop. Mr. Townsend and my brother Laron, who's here with us, they were in
Where's he at? Where's he at? Give him a shot. Right over there.
That's my business partner. He's the magician behind the curtain of a lot of my success. And they were just talking about the art and the creativity never stops. Like, we never have to retire. We never have to give that up in the pursuit of your creativity or your happiness and whatever that is. And what I tend to find is the more creative that I am is my happy place. So wherever you are in your life, that creative thing, whatever that is, find your happy place, and we never have to give that up. So you're right that there's people who are still in this room, seeking their happy place. Keep going. Never stop that. I see you up there, sister, over there, like, yeah, I'm an artist. I'm an artist. We see you.
Now, I'm listening to you guys, and all three of your answers, it all tied around God, and God is in all of our lives, I'm sure. And you.
God is life.
Hey,
go
right there.
And you, Mr. Vereen, you've been a public speaker, an advocate on education, and you've been an ordained minister as well. So, could you talk about what messages are most important for you to share with young people today?
Turn your phone off, brother.
That's my message.
That's God calling?
That's God calling. Answer it now.
Good Lord is calling.
To young people, they're living in a world right now that's quite tumultuous. It's tumultuous. There's a lot. And I sort of blame my generation, because we said we were going to make the world better. We marched, in Vietnam, we marched for civil rights. We did a lot, but we didn't make it better. So our children today are faced with that. So what I say to them is, look within, because a power inside of you that is greater than you. Get in tune with that, and it will guide you in the direction which you are meant to go. Because you came here, don't get me started. You came here by the divine breath of God. Now, what human is going to put you through, that's human stuff. But you are a divine child of God. We're all children of our God. Call him God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Edom. That divine power is inside of us all. Now, the consciousness of human is going to mess with you. You say, no, you're not. No, you're not. Man, what are you talking about? Man, get on down off that. You're supposed to be this way. Say, no, there's a calling on my life. and I'm going to follow that calling. Now, the human is going to mess with you. They call it ego. And we call in AA edging God out. You see? And we have a tendency to listen to the ego more than listen to the divine within us. We are spiritual beings having a human existence, not human beings seeking. They've been lying to you. They've been lying to you. Isaiah says, my people are ignorant because they forgot who they are. You are spiritual beings having a human experience. And whatever your life is going to go through is spiritual. Don't forget who you are.
You a bad boy. Now, when you guys look back over y'all's careers, it's over 100 years of entertainment on this stage.
That's me.
But when you look back on you guys' experiences, what can you say mentally and spiritually that you learned about yourselves?
For me, just the resilience, because there are times, man, in our industry where it's hot and cold. It's cyclical, right? It goes around in a circle. Times where your career is robust and it's bustling and a lot of great things are happening and it's hot and everything is great. And then there comes a time when it gets cold. And in our industry, when it gets cold, especially for people who like us, we talking about cold, like Antarctica, Siberia. You sitting on them glaciers. It ain't fun when it gets cold out there on so many different levels, because a lot of times, if the work is not happening, obviously the lifestyle begins to change. There's more money going out than there's money coming in. Things change. People counting on you. The responsibility in our industry, there's gatekeepers or people who run the industry who have an incredible amount of amnesia. They forget often, right? And so you gotta have that resilience. You have to understand, as the great Ben Vereen just pointed out, that this is a spiritual thing, and we're having human experiences in that. And in that journey, for me, it really has been how resilient I've been and how resilient I can continue to be.
That's good. That's good. That's good. On that, I will say this. You know what? We are busy. Tell God.
Security. Get this woman out of here now. We told that woman, turn her phone off. Lakeisha, she got to go.
Get her. We as a people are taught through education. See, when you come up against those things, we're taught how to make a living in schools, not how to live. See, if we had those tools, you walk right through it.
For me, it's about having fun. At the end of the day,
yes.
Like, I don't feel like I ever work. I just have fun. So I take on whatever assignment. So, like, when I think about my body of work, I think, like, for example, BAPS, with Hallie, and directing her in a comedy. And could I create a comedy team with two women of color? So her and Natalie, bless her heart, bless her, Natalie. Or taking on Holiday Heart with Bing Rames and Alfre Woodard and trying to create this non-traditional family and exploring different themes. So everything for me, I was Beyonce's first director with Carmen the Hip Hopera, a hip hop opera. So it's kind of like, can you have fun with what you do? And if you're having fun, it's not. So for me, like right now, I'm doing The Bear. I'm having a good time on The Bear. Thank you. So doing that, I'm working with Damon right now, Damon Wayans and his son on Papa's House, and we've been having the best time. It comes out October 21st. And so for me, I just think, I live by as long as I'm having fun. If you can take whatever the lows are with the highs, you win. And that's what it's all about. Can you still have the same joy? And for me, I'm just loving life. I'm just having fun. And if like for me, I try to create stuff that I would want the audience to watch again and again and again. If I've done my job, then you go, that's my show, that's my movie, I got to watch it. And I think as artists, it is always striving for that, but I'm just having fun. At the end of the day, I'm just having a great time.
Now you've Meteor Man.
Yes, sir.
You that was the.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Bless you, man. Bless you. Bless you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Meteor Man, I was getting ready to say that was something for us growing up that we've, again, never seen. We've never seen a black superhero. And for you to do that for kids like us, that was something that changed our thought process of things that was possible. So, again, I want to give you, your flowers and all of y'all flowers, because you, just a joy for you meant so much more for so many other people. So, you guys, I want to ask you, Mr. Vereen, you've worked on Pippin. You've been, I don't know if a lot of people remember Zoobilee Zoo. See what you do to people? And Jesus Christ Superstar. You've done so much, and you probably had the best scene on The Fresh Prince with Will Smith. All the things that you've done, and you sit back and look at your career. What is one thing that amazes you the most?
Employment. From there, I can do everything. That's kind of hard to say, because each project has taught me something. Whether it's good or bad, I've learned something from it. So it's hard for me to say, well, a lot of people say, Chicken George. Yes, Chicken George. I mean, can I talk about Roots a minute?
We want you to, please. You don't have to ask. Get to it.
I started this before. When I heard about Roots, I went to my agent and I said, man, there's a book, about us. And they're going to do a movie. ABC's going to do a movie. I got to be in it. And he looked at me and said, Ben, they're looking for actors. You're a song and dance man. So look, I got a show for you in Chicago with a group that's starting out called Sister Sledge. So I said, okay. So I went to Chicago and they were fabulous. They said, we are family. Right. Then we go down to Savannah, Georgia. And I get there, go check into the hotel, and I used to do a character called Bert Williams. It's a true story about, in order for the black man to be on stage, he had to wear blackface during the Civil War, after the war. And this man made it an art form. So I used to do a parody on him. And after the show was over, a guy came backstage named Stan Margulies, and he said, I'm here shooting the African version of a show called Roots. And I'd like for you to be my Chicken George. Wow. I didn't know what a Chicken George was. But I said, Roots, I'm there. I don't care if I'm on the ship going, let me out of here. Let me out of here. I am there. I am there. And it became, we shot it because of the fact of what I told you earlier. There was only one paragraph in a history books that you were, back when I was coming in school, you weren't even born. There was only one paragraph, you were a slave and Lincoln freed you. So everybody in the cast was there to make a statement. We did not expect it to blow up. Matter of fact, I watched the show that week like everybody else. Had no idea. I must commend ABC. ABC had the courage to say, we're going to do a black show. We're going to put it in the air. And they had a show on before called Rich Man, Poor Man. And it tanked. So they're sitting around the executives. They're saying, what are we going to do? We got this black show called Roots. What are we going to do with it? And some executive says, I got an idea. Put it on in 1 week, and we'll get rid of it. And that was the key that turned it. Because everybody every night was glued to the TV set. So that Saturday, I got a call from ABC that they wanted me to cover someone who wasn't able to do the American Music Awards. I went down, and I see Merv Griffin. Merv says, hey, man, congratulations. I said, oh, thank you. For what? The curtains open, a standing ovation. I turned to Merv and give him applause because of his body of work. Merv says, no, that's for you, Chicken George. I went, oh my God, what have we done? Everything changed. Everything changed. And I had the honor of going down to Henning, down to Alex Haley's home, Henning, Tennessee. And I went to the graveyard. Listen to this story. I went to the grave of the Haley family. And then I got to see, I stood above, I think there's, you'll see the documentary. There's Chicken George grave. And I bent down and I touched his grave and said, thank you. Thank you. And as I did, a butterfly lighted on my shoulder. And I stood and said, they said, that butterfly, there's a butterfly. And so I said, get out of here. The butterfly flew up and went on my hand and then flew away. True story. Chicken George came and said, yo, you did a good job, boy. My man.
Larenz, you portray real life figures like Quincy Jones and Frankie Lyman. So, what unique challenges or rewards come from playing real people and real icons?
Man, I was truly fortunate to have those opportunities. And the thing about it is, like, you can be overwhelmed with anxiety because it's like these are real people that actually lived. It's not a character that we're breathing to life. And so how do you sort of recreate and make your interpretation of these people who actually lived? And so for me, I just, said, trust the Most High, the divine creator, to allow their lives in some way to come through me and to do my own interpretation of that. Didn't want to mimic. I just wanted to find ways to just own who they were for what I, was hired to do. And for the Frankie Lyman, I'll be really quick. With the Frankie Lyman, I just watched a lot of old, movies because they didn't have music videos back then. They would place those artists in movies. So I would see clips of those movies and did as much research as I possibly could. Saw things that sort of emulated, like Michael Jackson sort of watched Frankie Lyman, and there's a lot of people who were influenced by that. But just doing the research was really helpful. And with Quincy, fortunately, I was able to spend some time with Quincy and just kind of go down just the memory lane of having his friendship with, the great Ray Charles that was played by Jamie Foxx, obviously. And so, having that was really helpful in his support. And Quincy just said, man, yeah, man, just do your thing, man. And I was like, all right, so I'll go in and rock out and have fun with that. And just this year, I wrapped out the biopic of the great Michael Jackson, where I play the legendary Berry Gordy. Yeah. So it's a running theme here. You know what I'm saying? I get a chance to play people who actually, lived, and so that one's gonna be fire. That was y'all gonna be surprised with that one. But yeah, it's been great. It's been fun.
Now, before we get out of here, I want to ask all of you guys, some upcoming work or some things you got going on that you guys want to talk about.
I'll dive in. So I just finished a show for Apple called Before with Billy Crystal. So that comes out the 25th. And again, Papa's House the 21st. And then Force. I don't know if you guys watch Force with Tommy Egan. I directed the season finale and episode 305. So you're in for a real treat. A real treat. A real treat.
Yo, listen, Robert Townsend is a hire guy, so he can hire somebody. Man, put me in a movie. Put me in the legend. As a director, he gets that. As a producer, he gets that. Actors are always, we're always circling around the guy that that's directing.
Let me say something. I am going to work with this man because
West Side Chicago. Let's do
something. Because the other thing is that right now, Keenan and I are working on the Broadway show for the 5 Heartbeats.
Oh wow!
So
that's amazing.
So we're in the stage. We're in the stages of putting it together. But it's a song and dance. It's a song and dance.
In my neighborhood.
I love to hear the greats like you and Keenan. And what y'all have been, y'all made such a huge impact, man, and you were a part of all of that, with your the Robert Townsend, the comedy special that you did for HBO, Partners in Crime. I mean, everybody. If y'all have to remember Partners in Crime and everything he did, everybody who came through, there was some really great careers that was launched because of the platform of you recognizing artists and giving people a voice and allowing people to have that opportunity and that chance. And I mean, those were some really memorable things. And
I'm just because I'm but see, so serious. I do really want to see. Let me say this. Just as a director, and I'm going to put on my director hat. When I do whatever movies or television shows, I try to tailor it for the actor's body, so that there will be only one Eddie Kane. There will only be one Holiday Hart. There will only be one Mickey. There will only be, and so when we do work together, it will be a role to not, because here's the thing, it's like even in his introduction, it's like ladies, and then all ladies, whee! And I was like, I just came out and Robert, legend. And Larenz is about to walk up the stairs. Ladies, hold on. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Anyway, I love you.
Listen, man, it would be an honor to share a screen, a stage, or whatever with the both of you in any capacity, man. It would just, whether you're directing, where we're performing together, whatever it is, whether you're directing or producing or acting, whatever it is, man, I'm there. It would be an honor, man. It really would. It means so much to me. So let's do it. This is all on camera. This is all on camera now. Y'all done heard.
That's what I'm saying. I'm holding him to that. No, I'm gonna hold him to
no
that.
Amnesia.
No, because his agent will call and say, Larenz wants.
Hey, listen, I got a wife and 4 children to take care of, you know what I'm saying? And they like nice stuff. So the price tag is what it is.
Yesterday's cost is not the day.
We hot right now. We're not on these glaciers. I'm not in Antarctica. I'm in Jamaica, baby. I'm in Ghana. I'm in South Africa. Let's get it. We hot over here. Pay the price, baby.
Did you get the contract?
You know
Get
it's
the
right.
contract.
The contract.
Get the contract.
It's got to be right. For everybody, for all of us.
No, because we were negotiating with you. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Yes, we were. So I directed 2 episodes of Best Man, the limited series. Did you guys see that? And we were trying to get a reunion. You know it. And he was like, I'm in Jamaica, man. I'm in Jamaica.
Yeah, no, we were trying to, the things didn't work out, but no, I'm happy that the Best Man series happened. It didn't work out. Malcolm, Lee, and I talked about it. He still holds me to it, the movie and the series. But it's time. It's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying?
I told you know, like I was in the trenches and we were going back and forth, but I get it. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, trust me, you've been on the radar. So now y'all heard what I said. So we know he's in Jamaica, but I might have to bring him.
Don't feel bad. He hasn't hired me yet.
Yeah. Now what? You got the legend, the icon.
I'm the legend.
It's got to be something really special because this man is a triple threat. So he sings, he dances, he acts. I can't just take one of them. That would be a disservice. So I got to find the right one. You might be looking at Jimmy Potter on Broadway.
Let's do it.
Sarge on Broadway. Sarge.
Oh, yeah.
Sarge on Broadway.
You heard it right here.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
Okay, we got it. We genius. Okay, so now I have a film coming out. You have a film coming out?
No. Let's hear.
Okay, I just came from Romania. I shot a show over there called Grey House, and it's about the Underground Railroad. We must continue to tell our stories. Because, you know, my Jewish brothers and sisters, they tell you all the time about the Holocaust. But I got a lot of pushback, people pushing back on, don't tell those stories about us. They know. We got to tell you about our Holocaust. And you'll hear this. This is a story about a family. I play an ex-slave from Africa, of course, and when I'm captured, they captured me, you know, and I come across the waters, and I see the forest, and I run. You know, I'm going to get away. So they catch me, and they catch me, and finally they break my leg, so I can't run. This family comes down from called the Van Loos, come down from Richmond, and they see me limping around. He said, man, what's that guy doing? He said, hey, man, you want that nigga? Take him $2. So they sell them for $2. I go up north with these people. I'm a little shy of them because I'm a free man in Africa. I'm getting it out of here. And so what happens is he convinces them he teaches them about his culture. They teach him how to read. And he convinces them to go start the Underground Railroad to free his people. So it's about the Van Loos. And when I got the script, I read it. And well, that's another story. Anyway, but I'm thankful my daughter, Kabara right there. My daughter, Kabara, helped me shape this character that I'm doing in the movie. And thank you, Donna. Thank you. To make him more our story. Our story. They can't tell our story. We must tell our stories.
Yes, love that.
God bless them. God bless them. God bless them for at least looking this way. But we must tell our stories, and we must embrace our stories. We must embrace our stories. That way the children will understand and embrace their heritage. You're not talking about Holocaust. We must celebrate our ancestors. You're not talking about the black woman a lot. Because of you, we're sitting here. It was you who said to the moss on the plantation, who's killing all of our male children if our heads wasn't right for work. They take us down, but we'll bust our head open. Finally, great-grandmama got help. She said, I'll be what you want me to be, just don't kill my male child. And we're here today. Barack Obama was in the White House. Because of you, Mama. Because of you, black woman. Hello? Because of you, black woman. Because of you. We celebrate you. That's who we thank you. My hat's off to you. Know who you are. Know the responsibility that you've given us. We wouldn't be here without you. Hello? Anybody out there? We wouldn't be here without you. So thank you.
Now, before we get out of here, I want everybody just to take a look at Black excellence. I want to thank y'all for allowing me to interview you guys and just sit here up with you guys, because I've watched all of y'all on TV. I never would have in a million years imagined me sitting here with y'all, but again, God is good.
That was good.
So, one more time, I want y'all to stand up and give these guys their flowers and a standing ovation.
Beautiful. This room is Black excellence, and we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. The community of excellence. Thank you.
You are the excellence. Blue 5. You know.
I appreciate y'all for coming out. I see Jamar up there looking at me. Y'all ain't got to go home.
But thank you. Thank you.
Y'all got 15 seconds.
Hello. Hey, if we can have a group photo, I think that would make things a lot easier. All right, if we can have the fellas, look at them. Yes, if we can have Larenz, Ben, and Robert face me. Face me. And then we're going to take a group photo with everybody.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to look at Amir right here.
Okay.
All right, if you want to get in the photo.
Okay, y'all got it?
All right.
No.
You can speak.
Watch yourself, you're right by the end.
All right, 3, 2, 1. One more? You good? Thank you, everyone.
I know, right? Got my leg in the Yes, Lord Jesus. They're about to. Please step off.
Please come off the stage.
All right, blessings. All right, blessings.
See you, Larenz. See you